Hey guys, welcome back. Today is finally the day that we get to talk about the Anthurium hybrid that I made. Now, this isn't like it's the only hybrid of these two anthuriums ever, but I did do the whole thing myself. I pollinated everything, I made the berries, made the seeds, planted them, did the thing, and we are going to talk about it today, and I'm going to show you kind of how I did it along the way. Now, I did lose a lot of my footage. I'm not really sure what happened. I must have just like thought that I had it all uploaded and then deleted it on accident. So, you know, oh well. But I still have a lot of stuff to show you and a lot of stuff to talk to you about. So I'm really excited for this video. It's been a long time coming. I started this whole process almost 6 months ago now. Yeah, about 6 months ago now. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. First things first, the two anthurium that I crossed were my Anthurium Silver Blush, which I'll pop a picture of over here, and my Anthurium Forgetii White Stripes, which I'll put a picture of over here. And those are just, oh, they're so beautiful. They are unfortunately not doing super great right now. I will pop them down in a minute here so I can show you what they look like now, but I'll pop some like pretty pictures up of them so that you can see what they looked like in their prime. I'm not gonna lie, after this whole process, they both kind of tanked for different reasons, but yeah, they kind of got hit pretty hard after the whole process here, which I think is maybe to be expected because it took a lot of energy from both of the plants, I think, to do this whole thing. But yeah, it was those two plants that I crossed together. So now I have little hybrids of the Anthurium Silver Blush, which I think is a crystallinum hybrid, and then the Anthurium Forgetii White Stripes. So yeah, so awesome. Now I got the Forgetii from Ecogenera, and then I got the Silver Blush from Aroid Market. So two of my favorite places to get plants from, and I'm so glad that I was able to like make a little baby of the two of them. And now I have so many. I have so many, you guys. Like, that's just like one of three plus some more, which, oh, I still have like in a box somewhere. I'll have to go get those. But yeah, I have a ton of seedlings to show you guys. So let's just kind of start at the beginning here with this story, if you will. I'm thirsty. Hold on. Your girl's got the cotton mouth, so. And what do you guys think of my little setup here? This is very, very different. I did move. And yeah, this is a weird little setup that I'm working with. It's not going to be like my usual setup. This will change pretty soon here once I get some shelves put up and everything. But yeah, let me know what you think of my little makeshift background. But I do have my puppies sleeping right behind me peacefully. So maybe I'll turn you around later so you can see them. So this whole process started back in December of 2022. I'm pretty sure it was like early December when I realized that both my Forgetii and then my, I think that's the order, I think it was my Forgetii flowering first and then my Silver Blush flowering. So they were both flowering like right at the same time, one just a little bit before the other. I honestly cannot remember like who grew its little inflorescence first. I'm really not sure. But the cool thing about Anthurium flowers is that they go through both the male and female stages. So first they go through the female stage and they grow this like sticky sap. I could see it very clearly along the whole inflorescence. I didn't get a picture of it, of course. I was just like too in the moment to like even think about getting photos of anything. I was just like,
oh my god, this is happening.
like I couldn't even believe it. But I will find a good picture of that so that you can see kind of what that looks like. And that's the female stage, and that fluid is called stigmatic fluid. And that is essentially just, yeah, just like sticky sap, and that is what the pollen will stick to. And that pollen comes in that second stage, which is the male stage. So yeah, that's when the pollen grows on there, and you'll see it. It'll be like a very clear difference. So if you like don't have a really lucky situation like I had, I feel like I just got super lucky. Like, what the heck? Because I have tried to collect pollen before and I found it really difficult. I don't think I got any. So if you have any tricks for collecting pollen, definitely let me know. But that is something that you can do if you don't get lucky like I did and have another anthurium flowering at just around the same time. You can go ahead and collect that pollen. And I think if you put it in like your fridge or freezer, you can keep it for quite a while. I'm really not sure on that though, so definitely do your research, and I will do some as well, and I will pop it on the screen here for you in case you're wondering, and I'll put my source down in the description as well. So yeah, I'll see what I can find on that. But yeah, I got super lucky, and essentially when I noticed that one flower was all sticky and the other flower was full of pollen, I just kind of like rubbed them together, and I tried to like hit all sides of the sticky sap to make sure I got all of the pollen along as much of those little dots as I could, because they're just little teeny tiny dots of sap. Like, it's super cool looking, and I just tried to make sure that I got pollen on as many of those little dots as I could, and I hit a lot of them, you guys. I hit like a lot of them. It was shocking. So I will put a photo here of when the berries had like started to grow. December 24th. So Christmas Eve. Is that Christmas Eve? Yeah, if you're in the US, that is Christmas Eve. And here is what they looked like. The berries were so beautiful, you guys. And this was fairly early on. None of the berries were like ready to pop or anything like that, but that is what happened eventually. I think I popped like one berry first, just because it was like ready to pop out, and you can tell like it's like it'll be hanging on by a thread, and if you just barely touch it, it'll knock right off. I've seen some people put like little bags over the inflorescence as well to like catch the berries, I think. When I was really worried about doing that, I couldn't figure out how I would do that safely without like knocking anything off or like interrupting the berry growth. I don't know. So I just kind of left it be and watched it, and it was fine. I didn't like lose any berries. None of them just like fell off in my cabinet. So yeah, it worked out really well. Then on January 10th, I started really popping the berries out. So I want to say I popped that first berry only like a day or two prior. And then on January 10th, I started really popping them out. So I have some videos here of like popping the seeds open. I just got like a damp paper towel. And this is what I just like watched from other people. I will try and find the other videos that I watched and put those in the description as well, because I found them super helpful. There were quite a few people that I watched, so I'll find as many of the videos as I can. So you'll see here in the videos that I just kind of gently rubbed the berries to like pop them open, and each berry pretty much had two seeds in them. Some were more developed than others, and I just went ahead and like planted all of them, whether they were super large or super tiny. I just took my chances because I figured, I mean, what am I risking here, you know? After I popped all the seeds, or excuse me, after I popped all the berries and got all of the seeds out of there, you'll see here that I put all the seeds in like a little glass of water and just kind of stirred them around to really make sure that I got all of like the outer little it feels like a rubbery coating almost, and then also sometimes kind of like a gross jelly coating, but it's just from the berry, and that kind of helps clean the seeds off and everything and get them really ready to be planted. And then I just planted them in sphagnum moss. Look at all those bad boys. I also have 4 other ones in a separate container, but I'm going to keep those separate for now just because. But I wanted to go in and separate all of these seeds out into 2 containers. So kind of double up the space that we're working with here. I just feel like that'll do these guys better, and I want to be able to kind of count how many we're working with. That way at the end, once they're like really starting to pop off, I'll know about what kind of success rate we have. So let's start taking all the seeds out of here and separating them into this container. And I also got some nice new sphagnum moss as well, so we'll use that. This is the sphagnum that I got. This isn't the usual stuff that I would get. I don't actually remember what that brand is that I would usually get, but this is what they had, and it looks really nice still. It's nice and light brown, kind of goldeny color. Here's what it looks like damp. So I just have this kind of like lightly damp. If you squeeze it, you're just getting a little bit of water out of there. So nothing crazy going on in there. Oh, I dropped a little bit. But yeah, this definitely looks a lot nicer than what we're starting with. I'm just going to take our empty container and lie a nice flat, kind of fluffy, airy surface here of sphagnum. I don't want it to be too high because I will be keeping the lid on it for a while, just to kind of keep the humidity up and really help those seeds germinate and grow. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more. And again, I don't want to push it down too much, but I don't want it to be too crazy airy too crazy airy either. So I just want like a nice kind of medium floof amount. I feel like that's hard to describe, but you'll know it when you feel it. So here's what I've got going on here. Looking really good. And now I'm gonna start taking some seeds out of here. And the hardest part, the absolute hardest part, is going to be trying to keep track of how many seeds I have. So maybe I'll keep like a little tally off to the side here. And we'll keep count. I already lost count. Okay, hold on. So I've got 10 in there so far. I'm gonna keep count in little tallies of 10. I gotta try to show you this little sweet cluster of seeds. Focus, look how cute they are. All the little sprouts there, little, what are those called? Roots that are gonna be popping out. All right, I've officially filled up our second container. I had to go ahead and like set aside all of the other stuff down here with the like the old sphagnum moss with all the rest of the seeds in there. So far, my count is at 80 seeds. In here, nearly all of them already are sprouted. What am I gonna do? Okay, so I have made it through all of the seeds. I've got two very, very full containers. Very full. I would say 75 to 80% of the seeds already have some sort of a little root growing, some up to like a centimeter long already, which is fantastic. So yeah, we'll see how many of these guys actually like fully take off. Either way, I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of seeds. Or not a lot of seeds, a lot of seedlings. So my count, 178. That's how many seeds I counted. Yeah, that's a lot of seeds. So we'll see out of that 178 how many of them fully take off and turn into little plants. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see like how each of them look. Again, this is a cross between the Anthurium crystallinum silver blush and the Anthurium forgetii white stripes. So yeah, I'm so excited. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. I did go ahead and pot up all of the little seeds. They're obviously little seeds. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but I potted up all of the seeds into those little squares, into these little squares, and I was only working with like one tray at the time, I'm pretty sure, maybe two trays. I think it was just one though. And I put like 4 to 6 seeds per cell. Way too many, way too many. And I could tell that like they were just ready. They were ready to be out of there and like spread their little root wings a little bit more. And then once they really started growing and getting like 1 to 2 to 3 leaves per seed that had grown, they were all way too crowded in there. And I didn't want them to start killing themselves off like I was saying. Excuse me. And yeah, I didn't want them to start killing themselves off and like fighting each other for like the space and the nutrients and everything. So I did decide to separate all of them. I got a couple more of these trays and the like little dividers and everything. So I had 100 more slots essentially. And I really needed one more than that, but we made it work. Hey guys, we are back. It's been, I don't even know how long it's been since I last filmed a clip for these Anthurium, but I will put in the date in there so that you can see. I feel like I'm kind of cockeyed. Am I cockeyed? No, we're good. All right. But yeah, it's been a while. Been a minute since we've chatted about these Anthurium seedlings. So yeah, I have some confessions to make. Got bitten by the depression bug, that's what we will call it. And I kind of just didn't look at my seedlings for a while. I didn't care for them for a while. It was really bad. So one, we had two of these guys left filled with seeds. Both of them were still like pretty full with seeds. And one definitely fared better than the other. So let me show you the good one. Here's this guy. They're looking really good in there, honestly. Like, you know, a bunch of them have 2 leaves already. So, I mean, they're doing, I don't see a ton of roots on the bottom, but they're doing really well, you know, like growth-wise. They're doing great. And then we have this other one. She did not fare quite as well. So we have like 5 in there. So this one's good. This one's not so good. Completely my fault. I let them dry out too much. They just got too dry. They dried out and then they were dead. So this one somehow stayed, you know, a little bit more moist. He was probably getting a little bit shaded by one of the other plants in the cabinet. That's the only real thing I could think of. So props to that other plant, you know. But these guys all did really, really well. Ow, got whacked by my thing of soil here. So let me take this off for you. You guys. They're looking really good. I actually haven't super looked at these in a couple of weeks, and they look so good. Some of these are pretty dry. Ugh. Okay, let me get a squirt bottle really quick. This might look like it has something in it, but it is just tap water. It's nothing special. I'm just gonna kind of feel around here and see who really needs water. Weird. Some of them are dry and some of them are like totally moist. Not sure how that works, but okay. Ooh, and we've got some good roots happening too. Okay, I'm gonna pull you off of here. Well, first I'll show them to you like this, I guess, but then I'll pull you off of there so you can get a really good look. But they're doing really well. And I'm seeing some venation already. I'm seeing some major differences already too. Some of these look super elongated. Oh my God, they're so pretty. Okay, let me pull you off of here so you can see. All right, hopefully I don't mess with the audio too much pulling you off of here, but okay, I'm just gonna kind of go down the line here. So, first off, look at how cute. Do you see that venation there? We've got a bunch of growth happening in here. Look at this little new leaf. Oh my. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. That silver striping. You can kind of tell on some of these, like, where am I? This guy here, I have not been, what's the word? Haven't been fertilizing like I should, but they're all seem to be doing so well still. Look at that guy. Oh my God, he's so cute. And this one, stop it. Are you kidding? And then this one is like more elongated. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Oh my God. Yeah, isn't that one gorgeous? And then this one's like getting really chubby. And so is this one. This one's so cute. This one's a little bit longer and a little bit more of a closed sinus already. Oh my goodness. I just can't get enough. Look at the little babies. So it is still definitely going to be, I'm thinking at least a couple more months until I'm ready to like start giving any away or selling any. I just want them to be a little bit more mature. I want to be able to kind of see the differences a little bit more. But oh my God, they're just looking so good. And then, oh wait, hold on, look at this one. That's so pretty. Okay, I don't mean to make such weird noises, but oh my God. Oh my God. And then here's a close-up of the other ones here. Looking pretty darn good. Definitely more juvenile than those, you know, much more juvenile still, but that's to be expected. And then these ones are just freaking sad. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. So sad. It looks freaking cool actually, but damn, it doesn't look happy. Yeah, okay. So, God, these are so pretty. I think I am definitely gonna have to like separate some of these from each other because they're just looking like really crowded in some areas, and I can see some like fuzzy roots happening. And yeah, oh my gosh, look at those fuzzy roots. They are so stinking cute. It does smell weird in here. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been very humid, so it smells funny. But oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Just like a whole sea of them. Okay. Oh, and I actually, before I try to sip my coffee here, I have a couple more in here too. Hold on. Can I do this one-handed? Can she? Okay, she can. Yes. Wow. Okay, so I have some more in here. These guys are in Fluval Stratum. They're doing really well. These guys are in moss, also doing really well. So now, let me turn the flash off here. Yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and pull these out of here and put them in something just like this, because I've got another one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the topper back on this guy. I'm not gonna have time today to separate any of these. I am going to pick up a friend and we're gonna go grab a couple beers. So, and I have to do that, or I'm going to do that in like an hour. So I'm gonna quickly pull these guys out of here. And yeah, we're just gonna get her going. I am just gonna start pulling the seeds out of the tray and put them just right on here. There are still little seeds in here that will do something. So I'm gonna set those to the side and then I'm gonna just keep them in here. Oh no, my coffee is getting cold. I'm gonna have to drink it quick. This guy's got quite the root. Cute. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? Holding this, what? Cute. I think that's another seed with a root. Hey, hey. So yeah, not all hope is lost for all of the other seeds that were in here. They're just gonna take a little bit longer. There's another one. You guys, this seed journey is not over. You know, I honestly just kind of like lost hope for all of the other seeds in here. I was like, well, I just kind of killed them. It happens. Sometimes just life gets the best of you. But I'm really happy that not all is lost and that like we're gonna have some more seeds even. I mean, either way, not all was going to be lost, you know, but we have like a ton of seeds still, or now a ton of seedlings. So the reason I am trying to like find the seeds in here is just so that I can put them more towards the top of the sphagnum so that I can keep an eye on them, keep track of them a little bit better. I think I only found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more potential seeds that could sprout, which I don't know why I say only because that's awesome. 10 is fantastic. So yeah, I think that the key with seeds, like next time I am able to successfully pollinate a couple of anthurium, or I guess it would just be technically just pollinating one anthurium with another. But the next time I'm able to do that and I have a ton of seeds like this, I am going to be better prepared and have like, you know, more of these dome things that I have all these other seedlings in, just right off the bat. That way I'm only having to put 2 seeds per square, like just across the board, because I have like 4 and 5, maybe even 6 seeds in some of those squares. Actually, I don't know about 6, but definitely like 4 to 5 in some of them. Which obviously is not ideal because they don't have enough room to grow. And when I was putting the seeds in like these little containers, they also, you know, obviously didn't have adequate space to grow because, you know, I've got a bunch of seeds still, or, you know, not a bunch, but, you know, a handful of seeds still that don't or haven't had room to sprout. So they're still just little seeds, whereas a bunch of these are, you know, way further along. So definitely give your seeds more space. I think that is one of the keys to success so that they have the room to grow and they're not like stunting one another. I think that's kind of what I did. But that's how we learn. We make mistakes. We figure it out.
Another seed with a fuzzy root and a little teeny tiny growth point. That's awesome. Some of this sphagnum moss is kind of like coming back to life, and it makes it harder to distinguish from a seedling and like a root, you know? Because some of the live moss looks like a little fresh fuzzy white root. I don't even know how that's growing. It's the tiniest little thing. Ah! That is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna try and show this to you before I put it in here. It's like the absolute tiniest seed that is growing the tiniest root. It is on the tip of my finger. Can you even see that? What the heck? How? You know, I shouldn't ask questions. I should just go with it and appreciate it. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll stick it in there. We'll see if it survives. Oh my God. That's crazy. That little teeny tiny like leaf growing, I don't even know how, has made me second guess absolutely everything else that I've seen. Oh my God. Now I'm like, is this tiny little thing, is it growing? Is it like a seed that like, what is it? I just, you know, no soldier left behind, you know, like I don't want to. So anything that looks kind of like weird now and like it could potentially be a thing that turns into a thing, I'm going to put it in here just in case. And I am going to use this one instead of this one for the extra seeds, just because this is the one that the most grew in. And I don't know, I just feel like it's got better juju in it. So we're going to use this one. You know what I mean? But you know I'm going to have to go through this little container of sphagnum again later on, just to make sure I don't miss anything. So, okay, I've got, uh-oh, did I just push that little guy down? I did, sorry. I am gonna go ahead and put all of the other little seeds that still need to grow. So I've got 1, 2. Okay, so I put 15 seeds in here. So we'll see what happens with those. I've got, I don't know how many more of these guys here. So what I'm gonna do, just so that I'm not like wasting sphagnum or anything like that, or actually, I do have, before I start with that other one, whoop, I've got 2 extra squares in here that I could add some seeds to. Let's go ahead and do that, or seedlings now. I probably should have just done 1 seed per cell. And now we've got all of this just like popping off like crazy, but that's totally okay. I will, like I said, separate them eventually here soon. Like I'm just going to have to, otherwise they're gonna probably start killing themselves off because it's just gonna get too crowded and it's just gonna be like survival of the fittest. I don't know, that's just what I assume. So I've got my little tray here. It's a shallow tray. I guess they're all the same depth, I don't know. Really the part that's shallow is the topper, you know, the little lid for it. Put that right in front here. Okay, so, and then I have my little individual cells, also shorter. They do make these in like a taller version as well, but they're super tiny. So I just wanted the short ones. And actually, I guess I'm just gonna use this sphagnum to start. And I think I'm gonna fill in the center holes first. It just feels right. So I'm just gonna put some sphagnum in here just like I did before. I am just gonna do 1 per cell here for these. So I think that's just gonna be best. And I do have, where'd my big bowl go? Here we go. Ugh. I've got a big old bowl of sphagnum moss here as well. Put that off to the side so it's not all in your way, in your face. All right, I have got all of the little seeds in here, well, seedlings, excuse me. So we've got 24 seedlings here in addition to the over 100 that are in there. I don't know, there you are. I don't know how many seedlings I have in that big tray. I don't remember. It's a lot. It's a lot. Definitely over 100 if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's a lot. But so far, I'm really, really happy with how everything is going. I went ahead and separated all of them. So I'm gonna show you what those look like, okay? So today is, what is it? It's May 6th today. So it's been a minute since we have chatted and, well, it hasn't been that long, but
since I found the footage that we've chatted, and I am really excited to show you these. Since we last saw each other, these have traveled over 1,200 miles. I kept them in the back of my car. I did not put them in the U-Haul. I kept them in the back of my car, and our first stop, it was like freezing and raining and snowing that evening, so I brought the 3 trays into the hotel with us. And then the second night, it was like 60 to 70 degrees outside, so I just left them in the back of my car. You might be able to hear kids playing in the not neighborhood, in the park next to me. They're making like owl sounds. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I just left them in the back of my car for that second night, and they seem to do fine. I did drop one of the trays like fully upside down after or no, on that first night. Yeah, dropped a tray completely upside down. It seemed to do okay. I think I broke 1 leaf. So, I mean, that's not too bad. But anyway, let me show you. Here it is. They are so beautiful. Oh my God, they're growing so well. Oh, yeah, wow. They look so good. And they're starting to look really different too from each other. They're really showing like, yeah, just so many differences and so many different characteristics. How many different ways can I say that? Some of them are looking really belated or belated. I think it's belated. I'll put the right word up. But where they just look kind of like bumpy. I'm not gonna be able to show you here, but I will put up some pictures and videos so that you know what I'm talking about. God, it's just so beautiful. And then they're also starting to really get that different, beautiful emergent leaf color. They're really showing their veination. Ah! Some are super chubby. I just love it. They're so pretty. I did burn, I think, 1 leaf here with, like, I think pest spray and lights, but you know, could be worse. I'm gonna show you the second tray now. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, this one is so beautiful. Ugh. Okay. Wow. This last one must be the one I... See, they all look so good. I couldn't even tell you which tray I flipped over. They all look so good. Ugh. Ah, that one's so pretty. Okay, you guys. Oh, look at this. Do you see how beautiful those are? Ugh. Wow. Again, I'm going to get you a bunch of close-ups so that you can see this, but it's just absolutely wild to me how great some of these look. Not some, all. They all look so good. And I've got, yeah, 50 cells per tray here, and I have 3 cells. I have 150 seedlings here, and then I'm going to have to go in the garage because I have a little box, or regular size box, but like a little Tupperware with a couple more seedlings. So yeah, they've just like still been in the box. We'll see how they're doing. But yeah, oh my God, it looks so good. And then, just so you know, I'm gonna line this next one. Oh, you're so pretty. Look at these. See me peeking over? They're just beautiful. I can't even believe it. Look how big this one is. Like, what? It's so huge compared to all the other ones. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy to me. Like, I grew these. Like, these didn't exist, and then I like made them exist. Okay. I actually had a dream that, it was like my first good dream actually in a long time, that I just like woke up one morning and like checked my plant because I had, I still do, my silver blush has another inflorescence on it. I should have like really chopped it off because it is in no place to be like fathering or mothering any other plants right now because it just kind of looks like crap. But yeah, I had a dream that I like woke up and checked on it and that the flower was just like full of beautiful ripe berries. And I was like, what? Didn't even know what had like pollinated with it or anything, had no idea, and it was just going to be like mystery berries. And it was a good dream. It was one of those really convincing dreams too, where I had to wake up and like check it and see like how, what? No. I don't have any other anthurium that have been flowering, but I mean, I don't know. You never know. I was traveling. Maybe there was some other anthurium pollen in the air. Can you imagine? That would be just so wild. But I'm pretty sure that sucker's just dying off. So let me grab that down for you really quick. And then I think I'm just going to show you some more beautiful glamour shots of my little seedlings because I'm just so proud. Okay, give me just a second. Okay, so listen, we've been traveling. It doesn't look happy. It didn't look happy before. Okay, let me not tear anything off. Let me show it to you. So this is the Forgetty Eye. This was the dad, if you will. Looking it's a little sickly, very sickly. It was a total stump. So we've gone back from a stump, which I feel like is very promising. It's got this cute new leaf. Well, this actually was not the newest leaf. This is the newest leaf right here. So, yeah. I'm just gonna cut that sucker off. But God, even on like the nasty leaf over here, the veination is so sparkly and pretty. Oh. But yeah, this is the other leaf. Beautiful. Yeah, so Forgetty Eye, white stripes, not doing well, but I have confidence that we will do better. I think this guy is past the point of me collecting the pollen, but this is the Anthurium Silver Blush, which, like I said, I think, excuse me, I think is a cross or a hybrid of the Crystallinum. But this is our big, beautiful leaf, if we can call it that. But it looks pretty nice, not terrible, you know. And then we have this one, which was a really beautiful shape. So I'm super bummed that it's died off. But the back of the leaf also is like super belated looking. Do you know what I mean? Just like really bumpy and I don't know, a lot of texture going on. And then here's our flower. So there she is. Wait, how do I do this? How do I do this? Oh, focus. So yeah, she doesn't look great. Flower's dying off. This leaf does still look pretty good, and I think we'll be fine in the long run. So this is the mom. Now I need to go downstairs and see if I can find those other seedlings. They are nowhere near as far along as these ones, but they are from the last clip that I got with you guys. There are like a few seeds that I like found just randomly and decided to try and keep growing to see if anything would happen. And something did happen with some of them. So let me go see if I can find that. Wish me luck. All right, so I found that other little Tupperware container that I was telling you about. And yeah, there are only two like little seedlings that have started a leaf. And then I've got one or two. One seed looks like it has a root. And then I think that's it. So potentially 3 seedlings in here. So hopefully you can see there's one right here, one up here, and then I'm gonna have to get you like a beautiful zoomed in shot of this, but there is a seed with a little root right here as well. So, you know, not for nothing, this little guy, and I'm just gonna have to transfer this out of here and into one of those cells because I'm sure that there are at least a couple of those that are ready to be moved out of the little cells and into a larger container and maybe just with some regular substrate. And that moss, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm so happy with how this whole process has gone. I feel like I've just gotten super lucky, like I was saying before, with everything from both of my anthurium or 2 of my anthurium having flowered like right around the same time within a couple of days of each other, and therefore being able to just rub them on each other like almost like in nature. Like it was so easy and I didn't really have to, you know, I didn't have to like transfer pollen into a thing and then try and paint it on with, you know, the other thing. Like there was none of that. It was just rub one on the other and let it do its thing and kind of see what happens. And yeah, I just kind of kept letting it stay. I didn't cut off the flowers on either plant for a super long time. I just let them do their thing because I wasn't sure what it was going to look like what this is it called the Spadex? I'm gonna call it the Spadex, but I feel like that might be wrong. But I wasn't sure what the Spadex was going to look like during the process of growing the berries at the very beginning. I wasn't sure if it was gonna look like it was dying and then it starts looking really good or what. So I just kept both of them on until the Forgetii eventually like totally turned black and shriveled up. And I was like, okay, it's dead. I can cut it off safely. And then the other one eventually grew those berries. And it was just like, it was just so cool. It was so fun to watch every single day, every morning before work, every night to check on them and kind of see what they're looking like. The colors would change and they would obviously change in shape and grow. Well, not change in shape, but kind of morph in shape a little bit and grow. And then you'd see them like kind of squishing each other once they got really big. And it's just the coolest thing ever. And then they eventually kind of looked like little like whitehead zits. Like it was so weird. And I don't know, it was so cool. Just so fun to watch. And I feel really, I just feel lucky to have like had it happen. What am I trying to say? I feel lucky to have had that happen so easily for me and pretty quickly too. I don't feel like it took that crazy long. I mean, I guess we are 6 months out, but we're 6 months out and I have over 150 seedlings that have at least 4 leaves each. So yes, you heard right. Over 150 seedlings have officially sprouted. In total, there are 153 seedlings out of 178 to start with. That is a success rate of 85%. So I feel like that is pretty darn incredible, especially for having had let a bunch of them dry out and die off. It's pretty good for 6 months, if you ask me. So yeah, I would do this all over again, 100%. I don't think I would do anything differently other than just pay closer attention. And well, I guess I would do one thing differently, which is I would give all the seeds much more space. I wouldn't be putting 4 seeds per cell, you know, for these little teeny tiny cells here. In case you can't really see what they look like, let me kind of pick it up here so you can see. But those are the size of the cells, you know, they're really small. And do I have any? I have some root popping out there. You might be able to see. I don't know. But yeah, they're really small cells. So I think just doing 1 seed per cell is going to be the best way to go. That way it can really use all of the energy, all of the space, everything it needs. So that's what I would do differently, is just give them the space to grow and not crowd them, which really was just a matter of like me not being prepared. I had no idea I was going to get so many seeds. Like, I don't know if that's normal. I have no idea. So let me know in the comments below if any of you have done this before and grown your own anthurium berries and seeds. How many seeds did you get? Like, is that a normal amount? Should I expect that for the next time I'm able to do this with my anthurium? Or is that kind of a weird number and I should expect a little bit lower next time? Like, what is this? Did I get like so lucky or just pretty lucky? But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think of this whole process. I'm so sorry that I lost that footage. I wish I would have been able to document this a little bit better for you guys, but I am going to get you some beautiful glamour shots here so that you can really appreciate all of the beauty. So enjoy, and I'm just going to put on some like fun music or something for you. So here you go. Oh, and actually really quick, let me know too if you have any questions, if I left anything out. I feel a little bit scatterbrained as like per usual. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about this entire process down below and I will do my very best to answer you. If I don't have the answer and you do out there, please put it in the comments below and let's help each other out and help each other learn. So yeah, okay, here are the glamour shots.